So welcome to the latest episode of Lifemaker. I'm joined with Adam Maxted. Adam Maxted is a pro wrestler. He's also many other things, and we're going to get to that. But what we're also going to do today, for the first time ever, we're going to be using Lifemaker lessons. Lifemaker lessons within the hour. We're going to be sharing. I'm going to be probing. Probably what a better word. I'm going to be probing Adam about certain areas of his life, some of the key moments in his life, but also some of the changes that he perhaps needs to make. Now, Adam has been kind enough to complete these Lifemaker documents, and let me just talk first and foremost before we start about this. Adam, tell us, for those people that don't know you, who you are.
Like you said, I am a professional wrestler, a personal trainer, and I am a son, a brother. I like to think I'm a good person. I'm a motivated person. I want to, I feel like I want to inspire people through my life and my journey,
Right.
Which I'm sure we're going to talk about. But for the most part, I am a guy that's kind of at the moment trying to figure things out and what my next step is really in life, and that's why I'm grateful to have this opportunity to chat with you today.
Good man. You missed out Love Island.
True. I'm a former Love Island star, but I kind of try to break away from that because I don't want to be labelled as just that.
Interesting.
But I know it was on it, so I can never really get away from it.
Well, this is what happens in life, is that actually we can't move away from our past in some respects, but we can move away from our past. But listen, that's what you do currently, and that's where I best know you from. I've seen you the BLW heavyweight champion, and actually you are heavyweight. What weight are you? Go on.
I weighed in yesterday, and I'm like 100 kilos, 0.3, so
mate,
sitting okay. I'd like to get a little bigger, but I'm happy with how I'm sitting at the moment.
Oh, good man. So you said you're at a bit of a crossroads with your life. Why is that?
Because I was in a long relationship from the age of 24 until 30, and it ended recently at the start of this year. And I guess I'm just kind of at a crossroads as well professionally. That was personal, but now I got very close to making it to WWE before COVID, and it looked like that was what that's what I've been working for the past few years, and that fell through due to some problems, some issues, and I was so tunnel visioned in making it that I never really had a mindset or a vision for anything else. I was still interested in fitness and personal training and things, but I always knew that I had the potential to make it for a big wrestling company because that's all I'd heard, when I first started wrestling, and I also believed it in myself. And then getting that email and seeing the money, like it was never about the money, but it was going to be life-changing money in the contract. So when I got that, I thought, here we go. This is what I've been working towards. The girl I was with, she supported me so much and gave me everything to do it. And then it all kind of fell through over something that's out of my control. And I guess now I'm kind of just trying to reevaluate where I am.
So interesting. Let me tell you my story, mate. January 2nd, 1995, I got 2 bullets put through my window, right? And I had to move away from Salford, where I was born. My family home. I had to leave it overnight, and I moved away to Somerset, which is where you join me right now. What's crazy about that was the worst day of my life. However, if that hadn't happened, none of this would have happened. So everything happens for a reason, even the shitty stuff. And sometimes, in my case, it took 20 years for me to realise that. And when I look at whenever I've had any problems in my life, it's because, and a lot of people, certainly with COVID, a lot of people are struggling right now, a couple of years on. And the reason behind it, in my view, is they're wanting to go back to a time and a place that no longer exists. Wanting to go back to what it was like before. And I think there's always a danger here about letting go of the past, is that people are reluctant to do it. If I was to put your hand down and to give you a red hot coal, you just let go of it straight away instinctively. What we end up doing is we hold on to the past. And maybe, just maybe, today we can help you look towards the future. So I'm going to go through some of these things here. This is the MOT levels, the Lifemaker exercise that we do. And when you've got a vehicle, you've got to go and take it to go and get MOT, Ministry of Transport. But actually, MOT in this case is motivational levels. And I've asked you for a pass, 50-50 or a fail, and we'll be able to show on screen this. I'm going to go through this. And before I get through to this here, back in 10 years ago, if I would have filled this in, I would have been 8 fails and 2 50-50s. If I was to fill this in today, to complete this now, I'd probably be 8 passes and 2 50-50s. So fundamentally, I'm the same guy that I was 10 years ago, but I'm a different guy. Same goes for you. We've all changed, and this is what this is about. It's about change. Often in life, difficult change is just that, difficult change. And I think that's what's going on right now. You're at that crossroads, and maybe in the next 55 minutes, we can help you find a way. So let me go through this. Family, you've got pass. Tell us about that.
So there was a while there, a couple of years ago, where I just moved to England and stuff, and obviously I was with this girl, and I guess I was so enamored in like a new relationship, and my wrestling career was going really well, and I was on the road a lot, that I let my relationship with my mum and my sister probably slip a little bit. We're a very tight family, we're very close, it's just the 3 of us. And I guess I didn't realize at the time that because I was so caught up in myself and my world and what I was doing that, I neglected that. And it kind of took my mum to kind of have a chat with me and,
Amazing.
Kind of show me that, a relationship's like a flower, you've got to keep watering it. And I wasn't. And, I realized that, and I've made the effort to, right some of those wrongs. And now we're stronger than ever, which is why I put it past today, because I do feel, my sister, I'm living in Marbella at the moment, she's coming out on Thursday to see me, and, my mum and I could probably be closer at the moment.
So your mum is probably a bit like me.
Yeah.
Totally, I'm the same.
Big
My
time.
mum's 77 now. She brought me up as a single parent, and actually nothing but admiration for her.
Yeah.
So, and this is, I admire the honesty on this, right? Health, you got a pass. When was the last time you didn't have a health pass?
I was on holiday in 2018, I want to say, and for some reason, I think I ate something, but I started being like violently ill and stuff. And as soon as I got back from that holiday, I was in hospital for about 2 weeks. They didn't know what was wrong with me. They kept taking bloods. I dropped about 3 stone in weight. All the muscle that I built up to that point was gone.
Tough gig, yeah.
I was on an IV drip. I would go into the bathroom and literally cry in the mirror because I look at my physique and think everything that I've worked for is now gone. And eventually I found out that it was just a really bad food poisoning that wasn't very common. And I got on antibiotics, and eventually I started getting better. And within 2 to 3 months of being back in the gym and eating again, I put the size back on and stuff, which was kind of a real learning moment for me as well.
This is the thing with, a physique like that, take it from me, just having a few Joey the Pirate powders daily doesn't fix that. It doesn't you've got to live and breathe that physique. I mean, I did bodybuilding for about 6 months and then realised actually it's not for me. You've got to be committed. But listen, I'm going to move on with this. Relationships 50-50, talk to us about
that. Because, like I say, I feel like I've helped my family relationships, and also I feel like friends and things, or new people that I'm meeting. I'm trying to make a positive impact on everyone that I meet now. Because like I said, I've just gone to Marbella recently. I'm meeting new people in the gym every day. I'm socializing, and I'm kind of speaking about where I'm at in life at the moment and trying to relate with people and kind of pass.
Where are you at in life right now at the moment?
Like I say, I'm open enough to say that I am a little lost. If I know, I feel like I know where I want to go. But it's kind of just getting those steps in place. Like I said, I was so tunnel vision and making WWE I'm a pro wrestler, and I still believe I can. And that's what I want to. But I also want to give back and help people through my fitness and my physique. That is my main passion as well.
Something, you can't go left and right at the same time, right? And this is one of the things that I learned thinking about Brexit. Some people wanted to leave, some people wanted to stay, vaxxers, anti-vaxxers, whatever. You can't go left and right. And right now, if I was to say to you that you're a ship and you've got your anchor down and you sail up, and you're going round and round and round, do you accept that? Or would you say, actually, Brad, you're wrong on that?
Yeah, I would accept that.
So at some point, you've got to put your sail down or your anchor up. We'll get there. Thank you. Business, you're not a fail. That's wonderfully honest for a podcast.
Yeah, because, not to throw my mum under the bus, but, she had a tough, upbringing and things and some personal stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess money has never really been a priority to my mum. It was kind of, being a great parent, which she is. My mum's my role model, right. And, but she never really, not having a dad and stuff as well, I never was taught, about the importance of money. And don't get me wrong, money doesn't make you happy, as I'm sure you know, but it does give you choices. And I'm sitting here now as a 30-year-old man, and sometimes I say, I don't really have anything to show for it. And my mom says, you shouldn't speak like that. But in terms of in the bank, I don't at 30, because again, I chose to focus so much on a wrestling career, which there's no money in wrestling until you make it to a big company. And I always knew that I would, so I felt like, I'm a grind out these few years, and eventually it'll all come back and then the contract came and I got taken away, and it was like, I'd probably have been a bit complacent still on okay, well, I need to think of my plan B.
So there's a couple of things here that's interesting, right? I realised that I thought something. I'm old enough to be a dad, which just blows my socks off. I'm 49. But actually, let me be quite clear, just to reframe and put this in perspective. If you think you've got a problem, try being someone in Ukraine right now. Try being someone in Ukraine. Sorry, it's easy for me to say. Try being someone in Ukraine. Think about that. There'll be a 30-year-old right now who's in the Ukraine and shit's popping off. So also, I think from your perspective, actually look at what you've got. You are blessed on so many fronts, but I do get the point. And we're going to get to the point I'm making with all this finances. You're at a fail again on that one.
Yeah, just again, having not really focused on money and making money. There's things that I want to do. Like I'm saying, I'm at this crossroads. I want to, YouTube channel and things, but then I see where technology's evolved, and these guys that I see that are younger than me smashing out content, they've got these drones to make their fitness stuff look great, and I don't have the money to invest in all that stuff to make, because I know I have the potential to get my content out there and help people and inspire people, but I don't have the finances behind me to do it as well as I feel I need to compete with And I know I shouldn't compete with people because I can still get the same message, but just you go on YouTube and it's all these fancy drones and camera cuts and it looks great aesthetically, but
I get it. There's a couple of things here. Is what you're doing there is you are comparing you versus other people, right? And actually, if you go and get any of these people out there and compare them from a physique perspective, it doesn't come down to that, because it's not just physique. If I said to you, I'm the greatest, which boxer am I referring to?
Ali.
Right, the reason he was the greatest wasn't because he was the greatest boxer of all time. It was because not only was he the greatest boxer, he was the entertainer, he was also a great interview, and he also did some stuff for the civil rights. So it wasn't just the one thing that technically he got beat 5 times. So it's really a case from your perspective, let me be clear. What we do, or what I've done, I was guilty of it, of comparing my world to other people. And there's a reason that racehorses wear blinkers, they don't give a toss about the competition. And actually, what you need to do is you need to run your race, compare you to you. If I look at you now at 30 and I look at you at 25, are you further on, yes or no?
Yeah, I'd say I am.
All right, so from 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what's happened in that, not only have you developed from a physical perspective, but you also developed mentally. That's something that is priceless. Right now, I did not start my business off till I was 31. I was a fucking bum. Living above a chippy, masonette, and I'll put the poster on there, the picture so you can put it on there. Living above a chippy, on a masonette, not a pot to piss in, £25,000 in debt, living on credit cards. Mate, that's how it fucking is until it's not. So I'm looking at you, I'm looking at this here, and I've done this obviously not numerous times, and I just think to myself, you are your biggest chance of success, you're your biggest chance of fucking failure. You've been punched in the mouth, metaphorically speaking, with the WWE thing. Come on, mate, honestly, the amount of fucking raw talent that you've got and everything about you, it's about application. That we're going to keep going and come back to that. Focus 50-50. Talk to me about that.
Focus at 50-50 because I feel like I know where I want to go and what I want to do, but I feel like I need to kind of be tunnel vision and maybe try and focus on the main one at the moment, pro wrestling and WWE was my main focus, but I feel like I'm going to have to let that take a little bit of a back burner. I'm not 25 anymore. I'm 30. Got to be realistic, as hard as it is, and there's times where I've had to accept it. But this is why I'm looking into the online coaching business, because I've met guys out in Marbella that are saying, Adam, why are you not helping your passion through your passion?
Let me ask you this. I've got a magic fucking button, and when we press it, it fixes it. Right, it gets fucking fixed. What would that it be? So you've got a magic button, you press it, and all of a sudden, whatever you need fixing gets fixed. Would it be that WWE contract?
Yeah, I think so. Or even just wrestling for I don't need to be rich I just want to be comfortable doing my passions. So because life for me is about passion.
I understand. So real terms, and this is. If for whatever reason the WWE thing fell over as it did, and I don't know if you want to go into that or you can go into it, tell me why it fell over then. Because I'm a pro wrestling fan, people don't realise this. I'm a big pro wrestling fan. So
basically, when WWE are going to sign someone, they have to do a background check,
right?
To kind of see if there's criminal. Of course. So they did a background check and they found a news article on me which said that I used to be a stripper in Belfast, which years ago I used to do buff buttering at hen parties and things, hand out champagne. Yeah. The Sun website chose to use the word stripper because that's probably going to get more eyes on it. And it's so they saw that, they said, what is this? It was at a time when the speaking out movement was happening in wrestling. And they said, Adam, it's probably not the right time that we, bring you in because of this. So I basically pleaded my case. They believed me. I had people very high up in the company ring me on the phone and say, we want you here and we want you to work for our company, but our team are getting the final say. And,
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? What's the downside to you and this camera team, doing a 1 minute video and you hype it up and say, guys, you know what? And you really, one of the things that I realize is that I don't hide anything. And by not hiding anything, say, guys, the world's moved on, time's back, it's time for a new hero, new whatever. And actually do a promotional video and actually get out on social media to these guys. And if you get a no, you get a no. Or maybe you break through. What is the risk about going for that?
There isn't a risk. I guess I beat the door and pleaded my case so many times to the people high up, like Canyon Scene, like these people that were running WWE, and they say, Adam, we believe you, we want you here, but it's a no. They said, let us reassess this in 6 months. I spoke to Johnny Moss, who's a high up coach there, and he said, Adam, they're still not going to touch you for a while. Johnny said to me, let's wait another 6 months. So I let a whole year go past from the contract. I checked in again in a year, and it was still a no. And the two people that were really fighting my corner, William Regal and Canyon, they're not even working for the company anymore. So I'm probably not even in their mind anymore, So.
Oh, mate, but listen, this is one of the things. So I'm going to tell you a story. My book, Get Off Your Ass. I was told I'd never get it into a publisher. into Waterstones. I rang up the chief buyer of Waterstones every single day for 8 weeks, and eventually he picked the phone. Brad, I've been meaning to get to you. Yeah. I said, oh, Steve, is it possible to come in and have a meeting with you? Sure, Brad. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I had a meeting with him, and he sat there. I said, oh, Brad, I'm, so tell me why you're here. I said, you're the chief buyer of Waterstones. I've got a book. What do you fucking think? And I said, can I be really honest with you, Steve? He said, sure. I said, I've got no idea what I'm doing. And he started laughing. He said, that's the best sales pitch I've had in 20 years. I said, it's true. The book's now stocked in. If I were to give up 7 weeks and 6 days, it wouldn't happen. Go for a no. Keep going for a no. I'm telling you, become a royal pain in the ass.
Yeah.
What's the worst case scenario?
No, so like I guess it's not even a cockiness thing or like a personal pride thing, but I guess I wanted to be there on my own merit. I wanted to be there because don't get me wrong, WWE, there's been some people at WWE that have done worse things than I have.
Mate,
and they're still there making a big living. So it's kind of one rule for one and others.
Yeah.
If they want you, they want you.
Yeah.
So I kind of got to the stage where I was emailing Regal all the time and trying to contact, can I come now? Like, can I come down to the performance center and just train until I get a yes? So personally, I feel like I want them to want me because, do you know what we want? We need them. Not let's just give the guy a chance. No.
It's just, in today's world, everyone's competing for the table.
Yeah, but
Adam, listen to me, mate. If you play a computer game and you're controlling you as a computer game, would you be playing it as a game? Go, then we're going to try again because they've already said no. Would you because no risk, you just go for it. You try, mate. Trust me.
But I want to be there for my talent because they want me as part of us. Not just let's shut this guy up.
No. We're going off track here. Right. Yeah. The reality is listen. So I speak at the highest level, right, as a motivational speaker. If I would have contacted JCB day one, they'd have gone, send us your stuff. Not go for. But what I did is I made myself a royal pain in the ass that everyone was talking about, Brad Burton. That's what you need to do. You need to get the forums. You need to. I'm Adam Maxted. Let me explain. When it's AEW, WWE, you want a heel or you want a fucking babyface, guess what? I'm your man right now. And get all your pals and get everyone to share the fuck out of it. And if it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go anywhere. But right now, what you want to do is remember, WWE, it's all changed right now.
True.
All changed right now. And from where I'm sat, I just think it all starts with doing something that no one else was prepared to do. And I'm not getting begging. I'm not saying begging. That's not what we do.
Like I know, and there's different people in charge now, so I know I could reach out. But I guess part of me was just like, I got the contract offer. They did want me. It was there. I was ready to sign it. And now,
but that's what. Listen, I go back far enough in anyone's life. I'll find something questionable. The fact that you did butlers in the buff delivering the champagne, honestly. That you're not twin with Pol Pot. I think we need to.
I was a broke kid trying to make some money, and I had a decent skinny physique. So
but this is where I think, from a motivational speaker perspective, this is where you could end up going. Look, everything happens for a reason, even the shitty stuff. I'm living proof of that. If I didn't get shot at when we were speaking now, fact, right? The worst day of my fucking life. So this WWE thing, I promise you, one day you'll wake up and go, whoa, that was fucking mind-blowing. Mm-hmm. I think right now you need to play the politics game. I think there's an opportunity to go. If you want to ultimately end up in WWE, then first you end up in AEW. That's what you do, and you become a hot fucking ticket. And actually, mate, we're going to move on. But what did we do? We had focus, courage. You got a pass. Talk to me about
that. Everyone has a sad story. Everyone has gone through stuff, but I guess, not having a dad growing up and like being in foster care for a little bit. And then I just always believed that I wanted to be something. And like, working a 9 to 5 for me was never like, don't get me wrong. If that's what people want to do, 9 to 5 brings a family. That's what brings them happiness. Fine. But I just always wanted more. Mm-hmm. And that's why I've always driven and like, believed that I could do something, which is why then when wrestling looked like it was going so good, I was like, this is going to be it. If I become successful in WWE, I can go and motivate kids at schools and say, look, I didn't come from much, but look at what I did, and she's self-belief. So, and then also, I finished a relationship, which took courage because I didn't feel at the moment in my life it was what I wanted to focus on. And, some days I think back, was it the right decision? But I believe that, life's a journey, and like you were saying, you learn things along the way. And
mate, experience is what you win when you lose. Experience is what you win when you fucking lose. And this is the bit about the WWE thing, and I'm taking it back here. Mate, you are fucking so much, the process right now. And actually, one of the things that I do is when I come on stage, the first thing I say is, on everyone, just to put your mind at ease, I'm from Salford, Manchester, do have a shaved head and tattoos, but don't worry, I'm not a drug dealer anymore. Because actually no one can say that, right? I'm getting out of the way. I know I look like one, whether I look like one. So by cracking that joke there, it's a peach. I actually think that you campaign on this ticket. I really do. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, as a political animal, I'm looking at this and going, I see the way. I can absolutely see the fucking path. You can't. You're too close to it. But we'll move on with that and we'll take our camera. Plan 50-50 again. And you can't go left and right at the same time. And I think that's what you're trying to do at the moment.
So it's like, do I fully focus on WWE still, which part of me wants to do, and wrestle full time still, or do I now have to focus on different ventures and different avenues, like building my brand on social media and the positive thinking and the positive speaking with what I'm going through, and the online coaching, because I feel like I can reach and help a lot of people through doing that. So, but both are going to need.
If I put a gun to your head now and said you've got 5 seconds to make a decision, 5, 4, 3, right? Okay, see, there we go. Right, so therefore you're single-minded, and this is it. When I think someone like you, when you're single-fucking-minded, let's be honest, alpha fucking male. When you are single-minded, shit happens. Now, sometimes, on occasion, I know this as an alpha male. Sometimes we end up talking ourselves into situations, or I call them situations, that actually, retrospectively, you go, "Why did I do that?" Have you found yourself ever in that situation?
Yeah, I made some mistakes in the relationship that I was just in, and I think male ego was involved in it. At the time I wasn't really feeling like the man in the relationship, and I had opportunities where I then did, and looking back, that's why I still probably haven't fully forgiven myself on stuff, but I made mistakes, and that's why I'm trying to move on now. And it's part of my life to be a better person, and I know that I will never get into another relationship now again if I feel like I'm tempted to make those mistakes, and that's just where I am. I don't like how I felt when stuff happened, and I've learned from it, and I'm trying to move on and be a better person.
Can I just say you're a man? And what I mean by that is you're a human. Fucking stop beating yourself up about it. Let me tell you, mate, I'm 49, and I look at it and I think, fuck. One of the things that I say is on one of my books, a mistake is only a mistake after the event. Up until that point, it's the correct decision. No one, including me or you, wakes up and says, I'm going to go and fuck up today, but occasionally we do. I get it. I'm just going to move on. So you've got 4-4-2, 4 passes, 4 50-50s and a fail. You've got clarity once again. So it's all kind of connected. Now, this is really interesting, this. So if you look at these things that we've highlighted here, these areas, if there was one thing that you could fix out of this, I'm going to go to your fails: business, your finances. In fact, let me do 50-50s. Relationships, business, finances, plan or clarity. Which one would you fix now? Move up a notch. You can move up a notch.
Probably plan.
Okay.
Because it would give me a clearer mindset of what I feel like I need to be doing right now.
Good. All right, we're going to get to that. Fab. I'm not going to go into all this here because it don't need to. But one of the things that for people that are joining us right now for the first time ever on Lifemaker is we talk about this intensity recovery. If you think about a bank account, in the black it's good, in the red it's not. If you've got £1,000 in the bank, you've got £1,000 in the bank. If you have £1,000 overdraft, you've got nothing in the bank and £1,000 access. Now, once you've done if you think about having £1,000 in the bank, you go spend 500 quid, you got 500 quid. If you spend 500 quid in your overdraft, you're thinking differently about everything. So it's still to say 500 quid, but somewhere along the way, it's a bit like when you run the last mile of a marathon. The last mile is a mile long, but because you've been doing fucking 25 before it, you fucked.
Yeah.
I asked on this Lifemaker sheet for you to mark yourself 1 to 4 intensity or 1 to 4 recovery in black. Black's good, red's not. 1 to 4, if I was a 4 and I've been a red 4, you're almost borderline ready to get sectioned. You are fucked. The COVID, the pandemic did that to me. My business, 1.6 million quid on March the 15th, March the 16th, please stay home, £0. Oh, fuck. That kind of fucked everything up for me. So that was a thing. You're a black 1. Tell me about that.
I feel like I'm there because I feel like I'm at like a transitional period in my life where I'm ready to sort out what my values are and what my priorities are going forward, and trying to work on becoming the best version of myself. And whether that means I eventually make it into WWE or a big company, or whether it means I become like a great online coach and motivational speaker, I guess I don't know what that's going to be right now. But for me, I want to give back to people. I want to, stick to my morals and not make the same mistakes that I made before. And I feel like that's why I'm kind of at the recovery stage, where I'm trying to take those steps to become better all around.
And what I'd say about this is you're not stressed, right? Because when people are stressed, they don't make great decisions. So that's what can happen from a financial perspective. So let me talk about me, right? Not you. Let me talk about me. So whenever I was stressed in the olden days, I would turn to drugs. I've been addicted to drugs twice. You've got to work really hard to get addicted twice. But I wouldn't change a single thing about that. I wouldn't change one single fucking thing about it. Most people are terrible. I wouldn't change a single thing. I had some great times in it. However, that's when I'm in my 30s or my late 20s or whatever. Doing it at my age now isn't appropriate. When I look at this here, where you are right now was exactly where I was at your age. And I think what we end up doing is thinking it's just us that's the fuck up. Because you're the only one that's ever seen your entire life, everything from foster care to your mum to everything. You're the only one. So I've got a version of Adam Maxted that I see from social media. That isn't the real fucking version. The same version of the Brad version. There's a show version of Brad and there's a real version of Brad. I don't go around the house high-fiving the kids, woo, right? But there's a thing, and I think what we need to understand here is because of the nature of pro wrestling, it's difficult because you think you know someone.
Yeah.
Do you really know them? So I'd ask you that about the pro wrestling thing.
I mean, it's one of the probably most two-faced businesses or industries there is, do you know what I mean? And sometimes when you're going through stuff, you kind of find out who your real friends are in the business. And don't get me wrong, it's dog eat dog and everyone's trying to fight to the top. And it's probably, I've met so many people that, my goal, my dream was obviously set WWE, but I've met so many people that are there or happy in there that say they were miserable when they were there. But I guess I wouldn't know what my experience would be like unless I got there. I might get there and realize I wasted all this time or all this stress or this energy for wanting to be here, and yet I'm miserable as well. Like these people were right, or if I could go there, I'd become a top star, and my life changes, and I love it. So
interesting. I reached that point in my life where I had everything, yet I had nothing. As a lad who's been brought up at council estates to have fucking access to money and stuff and do what the fuck I want when I wanted, and I was empty. It was weird, fucking weird. Nobody could have predicted it, right? Although a mate of mine who's a millionaire told me, he said, when you're skint and you've got no money and your washing machine starts going to blink, you know that if you put a fucking screwdriver in that and press that button and do that, it'll run a thing. When you get money, as soon as it starts doing that, hello mate, can I have a new one please? They go and bring the top one out, take the old one, you've not done it. He says every single fucking time you lose a piece of yourself. And this is what you've got to do. So I believe, truly, if you said to me, bet your fucking house this kid's either going to make it WWE or not, I would bet my house to say you're going to make it. I would bet my house. I'm rarely wrong, right? If you said to me, oh, fuck that, there's a joker. I am telling you right now, you will fucking make it. But what it requires you is to get your fucking gun shield in and go and get your licks on the way fucking through. Or be smart enough. Play the political game. Because I tell you, you go in AEW and end up creating a fucking counter MGF, you're now hot property. Yeah. And I believe you could do that. So all we've got to do is make that fucking happen. I'm going to go to your goals here. Just talk to me about your goals. This is the path. And what happens is with the path is it's a long way to go where you don't know where you're going. And so many people fucking don't know where they're going in life. They've got no fucking idea. And then they bamboozled as to why they're not enjoying life. You're quite clear about where you want to be. You've got your goals, improve quality of life through my passions, motivate and inspire people with my journey, become the best version of myself, give back when I can. Tell me about the best version of yourself. What does that look like?
I think just probably finding inner peace and just, being we're always going to be a work in progress. I know that. And you never finish. It's never like, I've made it. This is what life is supposed to be. But
I actually did. And actually, I did. And then I realised, well, this is shit. Because actually I had no goals. I'd achieved everything. And it's like, oh, fuck, that's no good. So cool.
No, but I listen to a lot of podcasts and people say that as well. They reached what they wanted and yet they're still not happy. But I guess the best version of myself is just where I'm not making the mistakes that I did before. I'm helping people along the way. I don't need to be rich. I don't mind. I just want to be comfortable. But waking up every day doing something that I'm passionate about, because like I was saying to you, I just can't. I could have money in the bank now if I chose. You know what? I'll wrestle the weekends and I'll work a 9 to 5. Right. But I'm living my overdraft at the moment because I just still believe that I can make it doing something that I love and I'm passionate about. And as long as I have the food to build my physique, the gym, the training, and I can, live. I don't, do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't need to be mega rich. However, this is the thing, right? You look at, okay, so I'm going to be really straight with you now. Why does someone make it in WWE versus someone who doesn't? Quick, short version. It can be right place, right time. It can be who you know, lucky break. Obviously, it comes down to some people have raw talent and they're incredible. But
so what have you got of all them?
I believe I have. I have the raw talent to do it. I have the work ethic. I have the drive. I I'm not a bad looking guy.
There he goes, waiting for him. Go on, I'll put him over the pockets, you knock him out.
I'm a good looking guy, and I'm going to turn heads when I'm on TV because I turn heads when I walk down the street.
Right, so this is the energy that we fucking need. No, listen, this is the fucking energy we need for this fucking WWE video. You need
I know what I can bring.
That will fucking do it. Stop talking about it. Don't tell me you're funny, make me fucking laugh. That's what I'm trying to say to you. We need this fucking energy for you to go, right, promotional fucking video. Guys, how you doing? I am Adam Maxted, the champion. What I'm going to fucking do is we are going to the top. AEW, WWE, let's talk. That phone number is here, blah, blah, blah. Fucking do it. Put your balls out on the table. Win or lose, you've got nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, you get some fucking eyeballs on. Best case scenario, you get a fucking phone call. Ooh, that's exactly what we fucking need right now. Let's get him on the fucking phone. Mate, you've got more chance of scoring a goal if you fucking go kick the net. And then what I'm seeing right now is it's took it out of you the last 6 months. Yeah. Look, everyone's been affected emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, fucking mentally. Everyone's been fucking done in through fucking COVID. The fact that you've maintained your physique throughout COVID blows my socks off. But nonetheless, you've fucking done that. Everyone has been affected. It's not just you. So what's coming? You're coming off the WWE fucking knockback. You're coming off a fucking pandemic. You're coming off a financial fucking issues. You're coming off the relationship fucking things. A little bit of fucking introspection. This is the perfect storm. But what we've got to do, we've got to turn that fucking energy. We've got to transmute that negative energy or any of that fucking that seized up fucking thing and get it fucking focused. I like this. I'm the path. You know, like I say, whether we're going to use this or not, I don't know. To you, but we can show a picture of all this stuff here. Perfect picture.
Yep.
Talk to me about that ATM comfortable wrestling.
So we have the bank. I just like to go to the bank and just be like, yeah, I can. I have choices, you know. Wrestling, it would be great to finally make it to a big company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I look at myself as like, oh, you'll be a field wrestler if you don't make it. You know, sometimes I do maybe.
Right.
You know.
Oh, it's a tough game.
You know, like, did you ever really make it if you didn't sign for a big company? You know, so that.
Adam.
I don't want to be a failure.
No, Adam.
In my mind, it's like if I don't make it to a big company, I never really reached my potential and where I thought I could have.
Mate, fucking trust me on this. This is fucking mad. Right. It's a bit like Elon Musk. If he doesn't get a Saturn, what a fucking bum. You know, it's not the circumstances. So my business today, fucking 10 a.m. this morning, I sold my businesses of 16 and a half years. A business that I built up and created, like I say, fucking national business. I'm no longer involved in it today, right? But I did it. So people say, oh, why don't you get back in and start building it up again? I did it. It's done, right? I look at you and I think to myself, there's a series of plays and decisions that you need to make right now. I'm not seeing it shut out like you are. I'm not.
I just need to figure.
Yeah. And we're going to fucking do that in the next fucking 37 minutes.
I've written to buy a house for my mum. It was always a goal of mine because I'd like to get back to her and, you know, after everything she's done for me. See more of the world. I like to travel more. You know, but again, finances would give me more options to do that, or wrestling would let me have that. And motivate and inspire be a motivational speaker one day for my own journey and, you know, have a family one day. And like I said, learn from the mistakes that I made. And that's why I know I'm not ready for that. That's not my priority in life right now. I sorted myself out is, but one day, especially not having a dad, I'd like to be a dad one day. And
so I'll tell you, so my dad left when I was 6 months old, and that was wonderfully formative. And I remember I had a fight when I was a 7-year-old guy called Simon Wilkinson. Funny, found me on Facebook the other day. Anyway, I got on top of it, and I mounted him, fucking punched him to the foot. I don't even know what went on. So it was 1981. Went back home to my stepfather, and I said, I've just had a fight. And he says, why are you bragging? Why are you gloating? That's not good. If I'd have gone back to my real dad, he'd have turned and I said, fucking, did you hit him with a stick? And just, I'd have been a different person. This stuff is formative. This stuff is fucking formative. It's like your superhero story that makes you who you are. Sorry, go on.
I'd like to have my own gym one day because I spend most of my time in a gym.
You know, you could get investment tomorrow on that, don't you? Without you.
Well, not if they looked at my bank accounts.
No,
my credit scores.
No, don't. Nobody looks at credit scores. People who've got money don't look at credit scores. I promise you, they look at the individual. And everything that I'm seeing right now, you don't need a credit score. When you look like you and you've done what you've done, you do not need a credit score.
I appreciate that.
Well, I wouldn't be. Listen, let me tell you something. Nobody knows me. Fucking my bedside, fucking man, and it probably needs a little bit more fucking sugar with medicine. Trust me, I'm brutally fucking honest. The thing that you're lacking, if there's one fucking thing, that magic button I could give you is fucking my dad belief, because that's the fucking thing that I'm seeing that is fucking falling short here. You've got everything, and you've even got that belief, but it's been fucking knocked out of you. You've had your little fucking thing, it's been fucking, you know, your valve has been and you've allowed it to fucking
my whole wrestling career, everything looked like, here we go. Everything apart from NXT UK and UK wrestling, I was part of. You know, even when I knew I wasn't ready to be part of this stuff, I was part of it because how I look and how I came across. And so, everything looked like here we go, and then like you say, the valve and
mountaineers do not stay at the top of fucking mountains. They come back down, they go back up. Mate, that's what you gotta fucking do. Get your fucking gum shield up and get that fucking up. Let's stop talking this fucking thing. I don't want to speak because he's about this fucking sports and shut the fuck up. Get your fucking gum shield in, get your fucking shoulders back, get your fucking head out, and you are fucking Adam Maxted. You do these fucking videos and you say, I am gonna get booked. Either AEW, WWE, the phone, his number is here, give me a call, I'm ready to talk. And actually, all of a sudden, now you and have them both sitting up going, if we don't talk to them, someone else is going to fucking talk to them. They don't know that fucking WWE fucking they might do. We give the fuck. The different fucking rule set is a different fucking thing than 3 years ago. The circumstances have changed, mate. You are fucking good. The only one that doesn't believe it is you, and we kind of need to get that fucking daft, unwavering, misguided self-belief that you fucking once had, get it back. But what you're doing here, and I look at this, and I'm looking at this, and I'm saying to myself, what you're allowing yourself to do is you're allowing your fucking belief to get fucked about because of these. You're allowing that to impact. If you was like a fucking submarine and we had airlocks, this is locked in, I want this fucking locked in, doesn't move, and we move these left. That's it. I go back to this fucking 10 years ago, I was on 8 fucking fails and 2 50-50s. I look at it now, I'm on fucking 8 passes and 2 50-50s. So you can change this fucking stuff.
So WWE put it on the line, and then this wrestling company in Japan put up this tweet saying we're looking for new talent. We want like British or. So I ended up sending a CV and like matches and photos, like my best match. Well, they asked for a CV. They said, can you send all your info and your pictures and your.
You see my show reel?
So.
My show reel. I'll show you my show reel after this. I've got 80 seconds. 80 seconds. It's like, fuck, this guy's amazing. That it's about being different.
I sent them some really good stuff, promos and things as well, and heard nothing. So again, part of me is like, I looked at this. I'm in my prime. I'm having great matches. I sent them matches against Pac and things like top guys. Nothing.
What you need to do, you need to create the conditions where people buy. Have you ever been walking past these fucking restaurant? Would you like to try a fucking pork sandwich or whatever? And they fucking got a little. No, what you need to do is you need to make stuff look good enough to eat and fucking people come attraction marketing. That's what we've got to fucking do. We've got to get you fucking amped up.
Build my brand again and become
rebuild your confidence and your brand. They're one in the fucking same. Mate, you've had a fucking whack in the fucking mouth, and actually the first time you get whacked in the mouth, it's disorientated. The 100th time you get whacked in the mouth, it's just fucking. Same goes with bumps. It's what you do day in, day out. First time you get a fucking lariat over your throat, you go, what the fuck? And that 100 times, it's just how it fucking is. And I think that's what we've got to do. You just had the first whack, then a second whack, then a pandemic. The pandemic, everyone's fucked. Everyone is fucked. I see people, I see fucking see behind the eyes. Everyone has been fronting off.
I was in a contract with a company that was paying me each month before COVID, which was helping my life. And and then as soon as COVID hit, they rang me and they said, we have no money left in the company. I actually turned WWE down a year before to stay with this company because I wanted to be loyal. And I said to WWE, I feel like you'll respect me more if I see out the terms of my contract here. And as soon as COVID hit, no money, sorry, Adam. And it was like, I should have just went. But that's just how I am. And,
so
it is what it is.
Let's go to this. Put a line down. Is this? Have I got your book or have you got mine? No, I got your book. Haven't I got your book. Have I got your book?
Yeah.
Where's the one?
This is the one I filmed.
Right, that's slick. So I want you to put your thing on there. 28, 80, 30. Yeah, put a line on 30 all the way down.
30 here.
Yeah. Right, and then I was going to black out the that's it. Black out all the stuff before. That's gone. Everything's gone before.
Done.
That's done, mate. That's
Can't
done.
change it.
It's fucking done. There's nothing you can do. That all you can
learn
do.
from it and move forward.
I say this, you can't. But this is the thing. Say here, you can't rewind. And what happens is when you rewind, you get depressed. So you look back about some of the shit that's gone before, you get depressed. When you look about the future, you get anxious. And I say this, that all you can do, you can't rewind, you can't fast forward. All you can do is press play today. Adam, I'm 40-9, mate. I'm here. So I've got fucking. It's blocked out. It's gone. Here's the thing, you turned around to me before and you said, fucking ready situation. And I really appreciate the honesty there, right?
The good situation, sorry?
Money.
Ready,
sorry.
No, yeah.
But you know how much money you've got in the bank? How much life have you got in the bank?
30 years.
Yeah, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you? So on that basis, if you've got fucking 30 years, I've got 10, right? Yeah, so hang about, that's fucking 10 fucking years. And this is what I just say to people, I say, look, put this in fucking perspective right now. I'm going to go and give you £1 million. I've got to check now. Would you take it?
Yeah.
Right. One condition is that you don't survive beyond 25 hours. Would you take it?
Yeah.
Right. So let's put this in fucking perspective. You've got something that one of the richest men in the world don't have. Steve Jobs, you got it today, you got it tomorrow, and actually you will not fucking swap your life for 1 million fucking quid or 10 million quid, or but you get the fucking point.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, mate, what I need you to do is I need you to fucking reset everything and get that day one enthusiasm back. That day one enthusiasm back for you, your life and your career. Whether WWE fucking drops in or not, AEW fucking will. And I don't know the politics behind it, I don't understand, I don't need to. But what I do know, if you go make a name for yourself in AEW, it's a whole lot easier for WWE to fucking have that conversation and decide that the butlers in the fucking buff from fucking 2007 isn't an issue anymore. That's what we've got to get to. We've got to create that fucking situation. We've got to create future history. I said I'm the UK's #1 motivational business speaker. People laughed at me fucking face and this, that, and the other. Bosh. I am now the UK's #1 motivational business speaker. I made it happen for a guy who's just a fucking bum from Salford, no qualifications, got shot at, done 4 years on benefits, no qualifications, and delivered pizzas at 31. Somehow I did it. Why? Because of this. You'll never outperform your self-image. You'll never outperform your self-image. And somewhere along the way, you're seeing yourself as a fucking fail, this, that, and whatever the fuck you're processing. And actually, consequently, we leak the truth. And what I need you to do is I need you to fucking flip this fucking head of yours and get yourself back in the fucking game. What does successful mean for you? Keep writing.
Successful for me is...
You've got a plane to catch.
I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep writing. Otherwise,
yeah, I'm not good at...
No, multitasking, there you go.
Success for me is just like doing what I'm passionate about.
Is it really, or is that what you read on a Tony Robbins book?
No, like I'm like an all or nothing. You know, like I could have done other things, but for me it was wrestling or the fitness industry. And now it's more this podcast and motivation stuff. But success to me is also leaving like a positive impact on people as well. And,
I'm 49 now, and what success means to me, contentment. It's the thing that eludes so many fucking people. They've got everything, but they've got nothing. And I've seen, this is the whole thing about Lifemaker. People are lost. They're fucking lost. People are lost in life. And I'm 49. Fucking sound like a broken record saying that, but I've kind of found my fucking self now, finally. Yeah. Fucking finally, at 49, I fucked it up. I made a load of money. I lost a load of money. I made a big difference. But I made a big difference to my own life first and foremost. And this is the thing, you'll never outperform yourself. So I kind of want you to motivate yourself. I want you to fucking say, worst case scenario, whenever I make a decision, I ask myself this question. What's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? And what's the most likely scenario? So if I said to you that we do the most epic fucking promo right now in a second, and we do the promo and you said, I'm Adam fucking Maxted, Flex, whatever you do from a pro wrestling perspective. And you know what? I am sending this message out to the biggest and the best professional wrestling. There's been changes throughout the industry. I recognise that. But there's also been changes with me because I'm coming back and I'm coming back first. WWE, I'm talking to you. AEW, I'm talking to you. This video is whatever. I don't fucking know. And we get everyone to share it. What's the best case scenario?
You get picked up, you get sacked.
What's the worst case scenario?
You don't, but you had some eyes on you. And
what's the most likely scenario? Combination of both.
Yeah.
If you don't do that video, what's the best case scenario?
Continue what's happening,
You get the point.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm fucking telling you, right? I'm fucking seeing this here and it's as clear as fucking day to me. I might as well have a fucking a crystal ball. I'm looking at this and thinking...
But it's not that I don't have self-belief, because I do.
No, but what's the thing?
When the WWE contract got taken away from me, I was in the gym that night. I was like, okay, it is what it is. But I could have thrown a towel and went, oh, well, this physique, I worked all this for this to try and make me look great, and it doesn't even matter. I was still in the gym that night because that's just who I am. I know I'm going to be successful in something, and I'm like grown enough now to know that it might not be in wrestling, it might not, but I believe it still could be. But I still know I have enough potential to do something. But all I'm saying is like I wanted to be within my passions, whether it's motivational speaking and inspiring people, or if it's online coaching, the health and fitness, or I thought it was going to be wrestling, but if it isn't, then I know I do have other stuff that I'm passionate about, but I know I've got all the tools to do it. I guess like you say, the knockbacks so, kind of made me feel
absolutely.
Before that contract got taken away, you couldn't have spoken me out of anything. Like I knew I was going to make it.
Okay.
And so I never focused on any other ventures. But now I'm realizing that I have to kind of, because
I understand.
I gotta be smart and
realistic. Of course you have. When I look at it, I think you've got all the right ingredients. The recipe just needs a slight tweak. That's where we are.
That's so
you wrote it down here, become successful. Give me another couple of things that you want to do the remainder of your days. Left-hander.
Yes.
you left-hander. Fucking hell, they did great. The daywalkers. What you got there?
Leave a positive impact on the world and people. You know, like I always just wanted to be remembered for doing something. You know, I didn't want to just come and go. And like again, some people are happy with that. They live their life and they raise a family and they die. Whereas I just always wanted more. You know, make a difference. And I thought it was going to be through my journey. I still believe it can be.
Oh, mate.
That's important to me. Like,
what age did I start my business?
31.
What age am I now?
49.
Okay. What age are you?
30.
Right.
So
I was £25,000 in debt delivering pizzas. Are you delivering pizzas at weekend?
No.
Are you 25 grand in debt or less?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Put it in fucking perspective.
Yeah.
You've got hair. My hair was fucking done there. No, but what I'm trying to say, do you see what I'm trying to say? I need you to start comparing you to you. Compare fucking you to you, right? You know, it all starts with this. It all starts with fucking this. I go back down to it and having that whole single-mindedness in lamp or laser, right? You've got a laser focus right now on this career. Imagine that you're a fucking commando, Royal Marine. You run up to a fucking 10-foot fucking wall and you can't get over it. You can keep trying to get over the fucking thing. You ain't getting over it. It's done. Once you've tried, you're now gassed out. You've either got to rest and get yourself back. Might be a case.
Yeah.
Or fuck off, come back and go and get a ladder, or blow it through, or do it differently. What you're doing is you're coming across the same decision and you're getting and that's it. And I just think we've got to get smart. I think in today's social media fucking age, if you did cut the fucking goal, I'm gonna say
no, I was like, speaking of social media, I got to a stage where I didn't like speak on my stories or make videos and stuff because I thought so many people are making it now that are already in my head successful. They're the ones that are known in the industry. They're the ones. So I was like, what's the point in me making stuff because they're already listening to these people. And but I gotta remember that my journey, if my journey and my story even inspires one person, then it's worth making that stuff.
100%.
You know? So I've got that. But that's what I mean. I've got that self belief. That's why I'm that aspect. I'm talking. I'm doing things.
Stop comparing yourself to other fucking people. Stop looking. Listen. Fucking I'm whatever age I'm right again. Fucking should have broken record. But you can go online now to the fucking 27-year-old with a snapback and have a rental going around Marbella, not you, right? And actually, and fucking I'll teach you the secrets of fucking thing here. And then there's maybe 200 followers and people go, oh, this guy's a fucking clown. But someone's got 40,000. So that's the world that we're in right now. But you've got a head start. Your blue tick's up to fuck. You're ready to fucking go. You're physically a specimen, mate. This is fucking your time, but you're going wrong because you took your fucking horse blinkers off and you're looking at other people, and every single time we end up we lose a piece of ourselves. And this is where we go fucking wrong, is that, there's business owners out there, gurus that have got a whole lot more fucking dough than I'll ever have. Fact. I don't know anyone who's happier. I don't know a single person who's genuinely, intrinsically fucking content and as happy as me. And like, money is a game you can never fucking win. It's a game you can never fucking win. I've got pals of mine with supercars coming out of their fucking asses. Trust me.
But you can lose yourself along the way trying to.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Listen, I had a daft I8. I used to park it out the fucking front and then, I've left something in my glove compartment. But you fucking not. You knobhead. Right? And this is what I'm trying to say. The world of pro wrestling is showy. It's got to fucking be. So you've got to be showy. But what you're coming across to me is that you're not that guy. You're not that fucking guy. You're not the Adam Maxted on the van. That's not you. I'm not seeing that. What I'm seeing is a fucking guy here who actually is trying to find his fucking way. But what's happened is I think you need to find your way, not copy their fucking influencer fucking blueprint.
I did a video on Instagram the other day about comparison because, like I was saying, I used to think like this, but that's why I've started making the videos because I know that I have stuff to get out there and they're doing really well. I've only made a couple, but like 20,000 views and people writing like I needed to hear this. So that's given me also the, I'm just speaking about what I'm going through in my life at the moment, this transitional period, but it's also helping people. So that's what's also giving me the motivation because that is important to me. Like I do like helping people.
When are you back from Marbella?
I'll be back in either the end of August or the very start of September.
And where are you living?
I'll go back to Belfast for a bit, and then again, I don't know what my plan is after that.
I understand. All right,
but that's okay. I made a video the other day. I don't need to have it all figured out right now. As long as I'm taking the steps each day to try and build those blocks, then.
So I'm going to ask you some questions right now, right? Which is this: something that one of the principles that I teach when it comes to making decisions. Your success or failure will be defined by your ability to make decisions. So think fundamentally right now that your life would have been different if you not have been a butler in the fucking buff.
Mm-hmm.
So a decision that you made 15 years ago, whatever fucking hell it was, has impacted on your
My
life.
life now, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Massively.
Yeah.
Okay? So your life would be fundamentally different. There's fuck all we can do about the past. The past is gone. And the sooner that we recognise that, the sooner we can get on with the future. But what I know this, I was, when I first moved to fucking Somerset, sat in Western Supermare High Street, waiting for me to, wanting to go back to the way it once was. It was fucking gone. It took me fucking 2-3 years of being on Prozac and what have you to get over that. Right? If I look back at it now, I'm fucking hell. My business, I've just sold it today after 16.5 years. The decision was made 7 months ago. There's no tears today. There's no celebrations today. There's no champagne corks. And actually what you need to do is recognise that the decisions that you make right now will dictate where you end up. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to tell you my principle. I'm the easiest person in the world to sell to. I'll make a decision in 24 seconds. If I can't make a decision in 24 seconds, I'll revisit in 24 minutes. If after 24 minutes I can't make a decision, I'll revisit in 24 hours. If after 24 hours I can't make a decision, I just make the decision. It's not important. Next. What decisions do you need to make right now?
Figuring out where I want to channel my energy and what I.
So the answer you probably want to say there is WWE, but it's kind of shut down for you. Is that fair assessment?
But I'm also, as time goes on, I am starting to accept what is. I'm
Me
not.
too.
I mean, I haven't. Don't get me wrong. And instead of being in my bed for 3 months, I haven't watched much wrestling. But even when the contract was taken away, I was still watching WWE every week. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, fuck that company. They completely ruined my life. I just love pro wrestling.
No, I get it.
And I'm probably sounding like WWE is my only. As long like I said, if I can make a comfortable living through pro wrestling, that to me will be a success in itself. So it doesn't need to be WWE. It could be AEW, it could be Impact, it could be in Japan.
Of course.
I just want to, it's just something that I love so much that.
What's the decision you've got to make?
Like right now is
24-second decision.
Just what's my next step? But that's still I'm living in Spain at the moment. I know that's coming to an end soon. So
I would use that. As a line. What I would say to you, I go back to the promotional video potentially that we talked about. You doing your hottest video that you could possibly do, the fucking on fire fucking video.
Passion and
Whatever, however you do pro wrestling, whatever, I don't know how you do it, but I've been trying to get, by the way, on BLW as a manager. You won't have it, right? I've been trying to do it.
You'd be great.
I'd love that. In fact, next time, there you go.
There we go.
Anyway, so listen, the side of it, you can edit that. Right, but the point I'm making with this whole thing is that I would love you to trial this. Remember what I said, that a decision that you made 15 years ago impacted where you are right now. Something so innocuous about serving a fucking dinghy with a fucking bow tie on has impacted your life. Maybe, just maybe, this is the thing about Lifemaker. The opportunity that your entire new world could potentially open up because you do a video that you decided to do on the fly here that actually you wouldn't have done if you'd not been here. That might have an impact that changes your entire life. If you don't do that, it's never got that opportunity. I think, and I said to you before, do you believe in manifestation and all that shit? And I thought, if you got me 7 months ago, I said, what a load of crap. The more I've looked into the science of it, the more it's real. It's fucking wacky, and it's a complete different podcast. But there's some science behind this shit. There's somewhere along the way we create our own reality, and it's all a bit woo and wacky. But I'm just looking at this here and thinking, fucking throw your entire energy and your weight behind a video. It either squibs, gets fucking no views, at which point if a tree falls over in the forest, does anyone hear it? Or it takes lights and goes fucking thing, and you get the vibe and you get a conversation going. I don't know. That's only you can make that decision. But what I want you to go forward now, as I want you to, as a result of this session that we've done today, I want you to process every fucking decision that comes your way. Ask yourself a question. What's the best case if I do this? What's the worst case? What's the most likely case? If you can live with the worst case of any scenario, fucking go for it. 24 seconds, make a decision. I can't make one. 24 minutes, still can't make one. 24 hours, fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, phone a friend. And then within 24 hours, make a fucking decision. Where we end up in our life is a direct result of our decisions. There's no direct correlation between time spent on a decision or a fast one being any better. A slow one isn't any better. So start making decisions. Final thing I'm going to leave with you. I've been rabbiting on for a whole lot.
I just want to say as well, I'm
Please.
glad we've done this because people look at me as the big gym guy, and I think men especially, we don't talk enough about the problems and stuff. So this is one of the most open times I've been about a lot of stuff. But I think that's what I wanted to get across as well, and help guys. It's okay to
Mate, I've had one nervous breakdown, 2.5 years to fucking rebuild. 2.5 years. I've had 2 burnouts.
So many people bottle stuff up, especially men, because we feel like we've got to portray this positive image, or women are going to find us attractive, or our family, like we've got, but like we all go through shit.
You know, well,
we're only, like you said, we're only human, so we all have problems, and it's okay not to.
But this is the thing with this. I'm going to get you onto this here. I had a sentence that changed my life, and I don't mean a criminal sentence, a prison sentence. But my wife said to me in this very house that I live in, she says, "I understand how we got here 10 years ago." That's what she said to me. I understand how we got here. We had a divorce lawyer all booked for the Friday, this was a Thursday, and we sat in this farmhouse table in there and we cried. And she said, "I understand how we got here." What she should have said is, "There's your bags, fuck off." She didn't. She said, "I understand how it got here." That was a sentence that changed my life. Another sentence that changed my life was I got a phone call January the 2nd, 3 o'clock in the morning. "Hello, Mr. Burton, PC Rogers at GM Police. There's been a shooting in your street." These sentences changed my life. What was the sentence that changed your life?
One that I always go back to is progress, not perfection. It's something that I always remember. Like, no matter what aspect it is in life, like we're never going to be perfect. I'm never going to be the perfect wrestler. I'm never, going to be the perfect son. And like, past history, I've made mistakes. Like, but as long as I'm going forward, trying to make progress in all aspects of my life, then then I'm good with that. Because I know perfect is unattainable. Look at the world we live in now. People are changing their faces, they're changing everything. At the flick of a hat, oh, I don't like my nose, I can go to Turkey again. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, just accept who you are and learn, work on self-love, and we're never going to be perfect. And I know I still need to work on myself. Well, a lot of this is like, oh, I've got to look muscular,
mate,
but
it's a tough old.
This body's never going to be perfect. People would look at my body and think perfect body, but in my mind, it's still not perfect. That's why I still work on it every day.
Body dysmorphia is body dysmorphia. Trust me, fucking mate. Trust me.
That's the main.
Trust me.
At the moment,
fucking, and this is the thing, a body like that you cannot buy. That's the thing. No. So no matter how fucking rich my pals are, they can't go and drop 100 grand and go and get that. I remember getting pushed around the fucking field by a PT, fucking to be a ring up, and 6 months later I was still fucking fat, and I'm blaming the fucking PT. No, Brad, it's your cake retention. Stop eating fucking cake. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
You've got to take accountability.
But also in today's social media world, everyone wants it a fucking instant.
How
long have you been training, by the way?
12 years now.
Fuck,
and it came from bullying as a kid. 100%. I got bullied bad. And my mum actually took me out of one of my schools.
Wow.
And then 2 guys jumped me one night, and I said, "That's never happened to me again." So I was in the gym the next day.
Amazing.
And it's almost like an armor.
I get it.
Being big, guys always think about fucking with you. They've had a couple of drinks and there's a grip of them, they'll come at you. But if, I never, since I've been bullied, I've never been fucked with since, because I've built this physique.
Something? It's interesting, right? I've not had a fucking fight since I was 18. I just look like I can fucking take some fucking out. I couldn't take the skin off a rice pudding. I just look the fucking part. Do you know what I mean? I'll get it. Anyway, clock's ticking. I'd be on this if it wasn't.
If I wasn't flying off,
mate,
I appreciate your time regardless.
How long have we got here? Worst case scenario. 3 minutes? Alright, I'm going to keep it breathing. Alright, so it says 5 things to fix or fuck off, and that's one of my things. Fix it or fuck it off. That's how I roll. I fix something or I fuck it off. It's either fix it or fuck it off. Pebbles in shoes don't magic the way out. You have a pebble in your shoe, it's fucking, you've got at some point to take your shoe off. We don't have the time, unfortunately, to do the fucking 5 things. I'm going to ask you two things that you want to fix or fuck off right now.
Fix would be just my vision and my mindset and what my next step is.
I've seen you move on fucking massively in 59 minutes, mate. I mean that sincerely.
And fuck off is probably something that I am so close to, it's giving a fuck about what people think.
Fuck for that.
Legit.
Right. As long as you fucking like you, mate, every step of the way, he swears too much, he's too loud, and he's too loud, fuck off. Never mute your own brilliance because it's too loud for someone else. Fucking don't do it. So we've got that there. I'm going to ask you now, these are the 3 things that I always ask for people based on that. I am gutted that the fucking clock's ticking, but this is the thing with time and life. We don't know how long we've got. We're fortunate today, we know how long we've got, but we don't, and this is why it's so important that we don't fuck about wasting our life for other people and to try to fit in. And when you start being a vanilla version of yourself to fit in, and every other fucker's being a vanilla version, when there's osmosis about fucking people, fuck that, be you. So, what's the one thing you need to accept?
That whatever's happened up to now has happened, and I can't change it.
What do you need to forgive?
The mistakes I've made.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what's the thing you need to release? Hot coal on your hand.
Yes,
that.
Yeah.
Right? Adam Maxted, mate, fucking genuinely, I think not only a wrestler, but a fucking amazing guy. I think you are going to be an amazing motivational speaker, and what I see today has been your interview. I think there's something that you and I can do beyond this. I think it's been an absolute fucking amazing 60 minutes. I'm gutted the clock's fucking ticking. But genuinely, I think you've been really fucking honest. I think you've been brutally fucking honest. From where I'm sat, as your fucking surrogate father today, I want you to fucking let go of all this shit, this baggage that's holding you back. One thing I'm going to share with you, when you grow up, you end up fucking having this empty backpack, and then over life he's put rocks in the fucking thing, and rocks, and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. You end up carrying these fucking rocks through your life, the bullying, dad not being there, whatever shit pops off as a kid, and then I want you to imagine that there's this big fucking Oxford field, and there's an oak tree on there, and then you just go as hot to the day, you take the backpack off. Oh, that's good. And now what I want you to do, Adam, is I want you to walk forward for a fucking 100 foot, and I want you to turn around. I'm going to ask you right now, I want you to fucking either go back and fucking pick that fucking rucksack full of all those rocks that you've been accumulating throughout your fucking life, or choose to let go of it and walk on. That's the final fucking question. What are you doing? Are you going back, or are you going to choose and walk on? Because that's what I want you to do. You either go back and you carry it for the remainder of your fucking days, as heavy as that fucking is, for whatever stupid reason you want to carry on to it because it keeps you connected to the past, or you fuck it off. And actually, what this is, however 30 fucking days is, 30 years is, and how many days in your life, that actually we go into tomorrow, not as 30 years, but actually go into this new life, this new world, day fucking one. So,
go leave it and go, and just keep walking and move on.
It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
It's fucking done. And actually, you know what? Give yourself this fucking brevity in your fucking mind, this fucking almost fucking Vicks or fucking tunes, just fucking blow your mind out and get fucking clean, because all that's happened is your head's been like a fucking like a hard drive. It's all fucking loaded up, or you've got a fucking phone with too much stuff on your fucking your memory. You've got to delete stuff, and what you're doing is you delete the fucking lot, wipe the fucking lot, reinstall all your software, reinstall new versions of you, not the old one from 25, not the, oh please don't lock me in a cold check them 7, fuck off. Let's get into this new fucking Adam Maxted and actually understand this. You'll never outperform yourself. I mean, you are Adam Maxted, the guy who's going to make it AEW. You are Adam Maxted, the guy who's going to make it WWE, whatever. And actually, as long as you never lose sight of your destination, you'll always get there. Adam, it's been a fucking pleasure.
No, man. Thank you.
We like that kid. Fucking what a boy.